Good morning, Dragon fans! Today... A Wookiee! Welcome back for episode 2, Gruff Around the Edges. Now, in this episode, Oh, good morning, Chewie.
Morning.
Oh, no, duh.
Oh, damn you. No, I won't.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
That's not my fault either. Alright, so anyway, as I was saying... Sorry, I choked on a stun dot. Now, as I was saying, episode 2, Gruff Around the Edges, introduces another little facet into the rough and tough relationship. Okay. And also shows some of their extended family, and, well, we find out that Thorsten family, they definitely have a gift for rhyme. However, the gene pool is very shallow. I actually shudder to think what the parents might look like. But anyway, yeah, this was a pretty good breather episode. I do have a few nitpicks, but we'll get to that later. Let's talk about what we liked.
Well, I know what one thing I liked. She returns. The chicken! She returns in glorious fashion, too.
So glad they didn't wait 6 episodes to bring her back.
I know. And the fact that she's in Kevin McAllister mode. Is it McAllister or McAllister?
I think you said the same thing.
Okay.
McAllister. McAllister. So, wait. I don't remember seeing any torches to the head that would actually cook someone's brain.
Lava.
Okay, there's that. But then there was also the paint cans to the face. And then there's the whole, keep the change, you filthy animal.
Well, this is not the third part of Home Alone. It's more or less the part like, say, the hotel with Tim Curry.
Oh yes, have a lovely day.
Yes, where the chicken is more or less screwing up everything Gruff does to take the dragons.
Yes, it's so nice. We see like the bond between like master and pets, comrade and comrade, man and chicken.
Yes, it goes beyond food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, chicken knows her tough pretty well, and yeah, the fact that they had to sell it with like a medium close up and the eyes narrowing. Oh god, that was just so hilarious. The whole episode actually was funny.
Oh, it was,
and that's kind of why I can overlook my little nitpicks, but I will bring them out just later.
But yeah, the summary for me, this is a sum up of this episode. We have the hero idol, which becomes a broken pedestal, which becomes the switcheroo identity, the switcheroo identity flaws.
Yeah, and
then we have the what was that? Oh yeah, Tough Nut saves the day.
Tough Nut saves the day. Yeah,
yeah. I don't think I've seen that since Defenders of Bird.
Zipple back down.
Yeah.
Actually, it was. He actually did save the day in season 2, Edge of Disaster, part 2.
Yes, true.
With the Trickster. The unofficial Dragon's Edge Trickster.
Yes.
Loki's disciple.
Ah.
But yeah, when they do save the day, it's very rare, but kind of satisfying, and it's nice to see. It's nice to see them back in comedic form again.
Oh, it is, and not to mention this is another twin centric episode.
I essentially call this like Bad Moon Rising 2.0 because this is focused more on Tough Nut and the fact that T.J. Miller is one. He's pulling double duty this time, voicing not only Tough Nut but Gruffnut, their cousin, who looks exactly like him.
Yeah,
but in that common trope, I don't see the family resemblance.
Yeah.
But okay, the voice Gruffnut actually does fit. It is very grating, very gravelly.
Yeah. No, I'm like... Sorry. Ugh.
Still trying to wake up?
Yeah.
Alright, so what about Ruffnut?
You mean the smarter one?
The smarter one, yes.
I didn't even reference it inside the episode. You were always a smarter twin.
Mm-hmm. You think that may have something to do with us?
I don't know. Maybe.
Probably not, though.
No, probably not.
Yeah, and because of that, I think I want to point out that Ruffnut has got to be the older twin, the firstborn twin, because when you look at it, not only grammatically is it Ruffnut and Toughnut, RST, but it's always referred to as Ruffnut and Toughnut. So maybe because she is the smarter twin, maybe she's also the firstborn twin.
As you know, the nut is all-knowing.
The nut is all-knowing. It is all-seeing.
Indeed.
It is all-doing.
Yes. And, well, the nut is not strong with the gruff one.
No.
Because no matter how hard he tries to take those dragons.
I know,
it's just...
blows up in his face. Well, not literally. I wish it would have.
Though, there's one dragon I haven't seen forever. Good God, Night Terrors.
Oh yeah, the Night Terrors did come back. Yeah, it's Midvarg. I don't think I've seen him since Edge of Disaster Part 2 as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
Right. So also another confusing thing is where the hell did that cat come from?
That is true.
Yeah, like when Toughnut fires an arrow from Hiccup's shield, because I like to impress my heroic cousin, be saying that I did everything, so this is also my shield, and then I was expecting like a dragon howl, a howl of pain, not a cat, not a. I was like, yeah, I was like, where did that come from?
But, Astrid with bedhead.
Yes.
That made my day. Because, we never seen that with any of our characters. Apparently, the moment they go to bed, the moment they get up, they're like, oh.
Yes, immaculate.
Yes, the hair is so flowing and all perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But not this time.
And it's very rare that it's Astrid, who is just... has been established to be such a badass that is never in a compromising position.
Yes. And Heather's reaction.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, it's the twins. They're like, ah!
Yeah, the twins, they wake everybody up with the Thunder Ear, which is supposed to be, okay, calm down, I know what you want to do. Which is supposed to be used to hear if any ships are coming in or any enemy dragons, and they use it as a broadcast speaker. Yes?
Good morning, Vietnam! Or in this case, good morning, Dragon's Edge!
Yeah, I actually saw that a couple years ago. It was pretty funny.
It was.
Yeah, but of course it's Robin Williams. What do you expect?
Of course. But I was like, I think this is like a salute.
Yeah, probably.
No, hands off that.
Right. And okay, so the other part of the story is that that Ruffnut he comes to visit. And it's like, being all palsy walsy and thing. Hey, look at those dragons. It's like the Heather report from the very first season.
Yeah.
But at least they decided to condense into one episode.
At least the Lyra reveal is only condensed to 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. So,
I mean that's like a impressive record.
Yeah.
And in fact, I wasn't even sure if it was going to be a Lyra reveal episode because Tough Nut was asking Hiccup if he could do be like the commander of the base, and Hiccup's like, I don't know. And Gruffnut comes along and starts braggy, and he's like, "What have you done?"
I have a chicken.
And Hiccup's like, Tough Nut, why don't you show everyone around your base? Your base?
Well, it's technically not my base. I just designed and built and run everything.
So yeah, it's like it acted like it wasn't. Then it just
Yes, and it only lasts. Yeah, it doesn't last for very long. I mean, it actually beat out the first act of Family on Edge from the last season.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, it's and it is kind of funny just seeing Ruffnut being pretty much being the same one, just being the protective big sister of Tough Nut.
And my favorite part is watching the thread unravel with Gruffnut as he's trying to imitate Tough.
Yes, after the whole switcheroo.
Yes, after the whole switcheroo. The fact that, all the other writers are raising eyebrows when he was like, "You're not going to take Macey with you?"
Macey.
Or the fact that, "We'll go on Dragon Patrol."
We will?
Yeah!
Yeah, or then when they actually do go out on patrol, and then it's like, oh, look, a dragon ship. That maybe we should investigate.
Now that's what we call bad voice acting.
Yeah,
bad voice acting.
I think that might have been deliberate. This.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, Ruff is very perceptive. I mean, it's just the fact that she knows her brother very, very well, and just goes along with it just to go, aha, tricked you. Don't you know that a trickster can't trick a tricker?
Try saying that 5 times fast.
A trickster's trick can't out trick a trickster. I'm not gonna try that now.
But I do have to wonder if Ruffnut was hired by the Dragon Hunters.
Probably. I mean, Vigo, when last episode he was like, "This has gone too far."
Dude,
I would not be surprised by that. On the up chance, there might have been just that off chance that these were probably just random dragon hunters that Gruff just got tangled with.
Yeah,
it could have been. I mean,
that's the higher probability.
I mean, because after all, in the last episode there was only two designs, male and female, for the Ninja Gaiden Vikings. And do I even have to bring up the Citizens of Berk in all the past seasons?
No, you don't.
I didn't think so.
Mother Magnus hasn't aged a bit.
Nope. Or even Gustav, even though he technically aged. The only thing different is that his hair's dyed.
No, actually, Alvin's guards.
Alvin's guards too. Yes.
Yes. But
and the climax.
Climax
was actually pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Very hilarious, especially with the animation of Ballista Nut. Ballista Nut.
At one point, I thought he said Batista. But I was like, Ballistic Nuts?
It's time for Ballista Nut. And, just him, dive bombing down. And, seeing the face flash. And then he just, it's like, oh my god, he's going to hit Barf and Belch, and then just, he passes. But then, I was like, it's kind of a nice bait and switch when you're just along for the ride. It's like, yep, was I expecting anything from Tough Nut? Only to find out, oh, he's flying behind them. Oh, he's wearing the flight suit.
Yes.
So now, yeah, we've now seen that someone other than Hiccup wearing the flight suit.
Yes, it was great to see that the flight suit wasn't there for just show.
Mm-hmm.
No, just revealing and breaking holes in walls.
Yeah, but I guess the same can't be said for the Sword of Fire. The Sword of Fire.
Indeed.
And that's the other thing that was kind of I liked about the climax is that it wasn't just throwing punches at two lookalikes. They actually incorporated the flight suit for a bit.
Yeah, though the fight between Gruff and Tough, I still feel like it could have been better.
It could. I don't think you're really asking much for cinematography, and also they are fighting on top of a dragon.
I know.
And we're not talking like a Bewildered Beast or a Red Death. This is just a Zippleback.
Yeah, but
now that would actually be interesting for the third movie if there actually was a fist fight on top of a volcano on top of a giant dragon.
That's overkill.
Well, how else are they just going to make sure that this series the whole franchise ends on a high note with the third movie? That's like saying, that's it. We can never top that. Back up, everybody.
True, but
yeah, it is overkill. Yes, sorry. I had my coffee before he did.
Yes. But you're gonna go?
I don't know. Was there? Did we get all of the things that we liked about it?
The only thing, like, what did Gruff hit him with? The fish? What
fish.
did he knock him out with? A fishbone?
Oh, so now we're nitpicking?
Yes.
Now we're nitpicking. Yeah. You remember from Between a Rock and a Hard Place, the Dovahkiin episode, the Dragonborn.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been established that the Nuts have very thick skulls. In fact, they disturbingly point out that enemies used to use their family skulls for armor.
Yeah.
Although it did make for some good comedy and a good cold opening.
It did.
So yeah, in this one, apparently they were either, the writers took more liberty with their continuity, which they tend to do. It's a give and take with their continuity.
Yes.
Or that was a very, 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 impossibly very solid fish.
Made out of vibranium.
Vibranium mixed with adamantium.
Yes.
Mixed with platinum. Mixed with diamond.
Titanium.
And titanium.
That's one hell of a hard up fish.
Yes, to knock Tough Nut out. But I'm. It's a good thing you point that out because I was distracted by the fact that Tough Nut was distracted by a rainbow. Look, a rainbow!
No. You gotta do this. You gotta do it properly. Like, double rainbow, man.
Yes, it's gotta be
double rainbow all the way.
Yes, when you see one rainbow, you've seen them all. Now you gotta see two rainbows.
Yes, or in this case, 3.
Yes. Hey, why stop at 3? Go for 4. Actually, go for 8. 16.
100.
Yes. 1 billion. Sky's the limit when you don't give a shit.
Exactly.
All right, so back to the nitpicks. Okay, the animation was pretty good, but it kind of varied in the hair department. There were times when you look at the Thorsten hairs, when they turn their head, it turns with them and it kind of flops, and then other times it moves with them like stiff, doesn't even swing. It just it's like. Yeah, it was kind of weird, kind of distracting. I mean, I even noticed that on my first viewing, and also that Macey. I know Tough Nut's very fond of Macey, but it's not a very effective mace. In fact, I'm starting to think that I might be beginning to think that no weapon in this series is very effective. Except for the Sword of Fire.
There we go.
Thank you. Because Ruffnut punches Macey and just conveniently misses all the sharp points.
Well, we gotta keep it to PG.
PG-13, but isn't that kind of crossing the line when Tough Nut knocks Gruffnut off Barf and Belch with the business end of a mace and not even a little blood?
Yeah. I would have to agree.
And let's see. I could have sworn there was something else. Let's see. There was the cat's yowl, which
yowl.
Yeah, cat's howl. Then yeah, yowl's a word.
I'm not used to hearing that.
All right. Yeah, there was the cat's howl. There was the hair animation. And yeah, then there's the fact that none of the weapons except for the sword of fire is very effective in this series. Other than that, lighting was pretty good, and yeah, the writing, the comedy writing was good. Voice acting and chemistry, yes,
top notch.
Yeah,
I mean, it's T.J. Miller.
It is.
He can make anything funny. I mean,
and which is kind of hard to do. Well, okay, almost anything. 99.9% of the time, you can make everything funny.
Yes.
So anyway, you have anything?
I think we got all the points.
Got all the points. So this was a pretty good breather episode. Entertaining. Yeah. There are a few nitpicks.
Yeah.
Overall, it's
great.
It's great. Yeah. So.
I was going to say, it was great for laughter, at least.
Yes.
It wasn't as laugh out loud as Bad Moon Rising, but it's hard to top that.
Oh, yes. It's Tough Nut thinking he's turning into a were-dragon.
A were-lichen?
A lichen wing. Yeah. Yeah, you can't top that. But, silver medal's not bad.
Yeah. Second place is not bad.
Alright, so, well, you know what that means. We'll see you next time.